Welcome in to the Max Stern Athletic Center. I'm Yehoshua Segal, joined by the one and only Charlie Bendheim. Charlie, good evening to you.
Good evening to you, Yeshua. I'm very excited for tonight's game. It should be an entertaining one.
Yeah, let's hope Yeshiva 6 in a row purchase their first Skyline Conference game. What can we expect to see out of this one?
Well, it's going to be high scoring, but we're going to have to watch tonight Yeshiva University on the rebounds. Rebounding has been an issue for Yeshiva University, and Purchase is a good rebounding team. Last game, Yeshiva University gave up 14 second chance points off 14 offensive rebounds, and they're facing a Purchase team who averages 13 offensive boards a game. So it's going to be interesting to see who wins the rebound game tonight. Now, Yeshiva does have a much bigger team than Purchase, but boxing out has been an issue, especially in the man that they play. Other than that, free throws, YU's going to have to work on their free throws. Really tighten that up. They missed 10 free throws last game as opposed to Purchase, who missed 6. They actually went 23 of 29 from the line. So that's something to watch. And also turnovers. Purchase is very stout defensively. They're very aggressive. They average 10 takeaways a game, and YU has to be very careful tonight with the basketball on offense, especially with that motion offense, which they love to run.
Let's set the lineups for tonight. The starting lineups are sponsored by the Yeshiva University Office of Admissions. As you start your college journey, make sure to visit us online to check out all the great virtual events and opportunities we have for YU students. Now you too could be a Maccabee. For the visiting Purchase College Panthers, it will be a combination of guard Malcolm Hansford-White, the senior guard James Brady, the freshman guard Wesley Fulcher, the freshman forward Matthew Phillips, and the senior guard Jordan Notion. Malcolm Hansford-White, his name we've heard a lot. What can we expect from him?
Yeah, he's been Purchase's best player. He's averaging around 11.5 points a game, and he's really good off the dribble. His dribble drive is really great. YU's going to have to shut him down, but Purchase does share the ball well as well because they have not had one person lead them in scoring for more than one game. So they really move the ball around well, but Hansford-White is probably the one guy to watch if you're Yeshiva.
Yeah, let's turn over to the other side. We've got the classic starting five for the Yeshiva University Maccabees: Eitan Halpert, Ofek Reef, Gabe Leifer, Ryan Terrell, and Jordan Armstrong.
I'd say the one player to look at tonight for YU, he's been playing really well, is Ofek Reef. Ofek really plays well in transition. He gets down the court. He can finish with both hands. He attacks the rim. He's averaging around 16 points a game, shooting 70% from the field. He takes it into the areas where people don't want to go, and he goes up strong and he finishes, and you might see the occasional flush with Ofek.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get some highlights tonight. A nice crowd. You might not be able to see it on TV, but this side, under the camera, the student section is absolutely full across the length of the gym.
Listen, it's Thanksgiving weekend. People are excited. YU's undefeated, so the fans showed out tonight. Let's see if there'll be a factor also here. Ryan Terrell gets his classic MVP chance as he's announced to the crowd.
And Terrells are in attendance, along with many other classic Yeshiva University fans who have really just supported the Max throughout the years, and always a pleasure to welcome here to the Max Stern Athletic Center. Couple of milestones to watch out for tonight. We have Gabe Leifer is 5 assists away from 500, which would put him, I believe, 115 above 115 assists in front of second place, which is pretty amazing if you ask me. Jump ball, here we go. Eitan Halpert controls.
Looks like right now Purchase is in a man-to-man defense.
Oh, a nice cut by Eitan Halpert. Jordan Armstrong with the find, and YU puts up their first points on the board.
Yeah, YU's really good playing motion offense. Purchase has played man-to-man every single game this season. I thought they might try to start out in the zone as that ball's stolen by Halpert.
Eitan Halpert on the defensive end. Can't get it to go on the layup. And Purchase pulls it down. That's James Brady.
Nice steal right there by Halpert. Quick hands. I'd like to see him finish that at the rim, but the defense is where it all starts.
James Brady, hard drive, gets it to go. Tie ball game.
Now, Yeshiva University has the height advantage in this game, so you'd like to see in the areas around the hoop, the places where you get a lot of contact, you'd like to see Yeshiva winning those battles, forcing this Purchase team to shoot from the outside. We'll see how it works, though, as Leifer already is backing down his guy.
Yeah, nice and easy. The turnaround little hook shot goes down for Gabe Leifer. 4-2, Maccabees in front.
Now you saw that Jordan Armstrong stayed up top to help. Now gets caught down low.
Corner 3, that's Elijah Holmes off the mark. Give Ryan Terrell the rebound. Terrell for Reef. Gabe Leifer wide open, top of the key, 3, it's good.
Yeah, that's not good defense by Purchase right there. You're going to have to get up on Leifer. The man could shoot. He's proven it throughout his whole career.
They'll hit you from the inside, they'll hit you from the outside. You've got to sort of pick your poison with this Yeshiva offense.
So many weapons on Yeshiva's offense. It's got to be tougher defense.
And we've spoken about the slow start that the Maccabees have gotten off to the last couple of games as the ball hits the rafter, as we so belovedly call it here in the Max Center Athletic Center, and possession will go back to Yeshiva.
Yeah, the slow start, I think it's very interesting. Yeshiva plays such a motion offense where there are so many moving parts. I feel like sometimes that the second half they come out so strong because other teams are tired.
Jordan Armstrong puts it up, can't get it to go, but he'll go to the line for a chance for 2. Jordan Armstrong, the new addition to this Maccabees team, as it comes up short on the first free throw.
Yeah, Jordan Armstrong's been playing very well. You'd like to see him do a little more on the offensive end. He gets inside, he gets to the areas, but he hasn't been finishing as well as he might like to at right now, as he misses both foul shots. But defensively, he's such a big presence inside. He's a really big real big deterrent for these smaller guards to try to get inside.
That's Hansford White. Strong in the lane, 7-4. Terrell alone on an island. You know how dangerous he is there. Instead gives it for Leifer. Now it's Reef controlling. A lot of size on this Yeshiva team. As Leifer gives to Reef. Thinks about 3. Drives it and gets stuffed. A nice block behind by Elijah Holmes. Corner 3, Eitan Halpern. No good. Leaks out to Terrell. He'll think about it, but instead takes it himself. Drives strong to the basket. Can't get it to go, but he'll go to the line.
Yeah, that's a smart drive there by Terrell. He had the open 3 there for, I'd say, a half a second, but he decided to pull it down and take it into the hoop. And that's what's going to have to happen. Again, Terrell is taller than almost everyone on this Purchase team, let alone Armstrong or Leifer. So just see them take it inside. Don't settle for 3s. Try to get some contact. Try to get some easy looks.
Terrell knocks down the first. That's his first point of tonight's game. And Terrell averaging 25.3 points a game, shooting at 60% from the field, over 47% from downtown in just 28 minutes a game.
I mean, listen, the man, the All-American, has hit 1,500 points here for YU. He's a prolific scorer. Reminds me of KD. I mean, he could really hit from anywhere, but that foul line extended jumper, I mean, he's made that his shot.
Eitan Halpern, a bit over aggressive. He'll get called on the personal. That's his first, team's first in the first half.
So right now on defense, Yeshiva's been very aggressive up top with the guards, and they've gotten beat a couple times down low. Also, one time, Jordan Armstrong came up to help up top. They are not letting these Purchase guards, ooh, and that looked like a double dribble. Yep, and it gets called. They're not letting these Purchase guards get comfortable up top with the ball.
Yeah, that was Brady with a little shuffle. And another turnover for the Panthers. No good, but Leifer comes away with the offensive board again. Inside to Armstrong, right hand, bounces around, no good, and it's out from the Panthers. No good for Hansford White. Couple bodies on the floor. Leifer tries to squeeze it to Reef, but taken away by Block and puts on a bunch of moves. 3-ball, no good for Jordan Ocean.
Yeah, not so pretty basketball going on right now. Like to see Yeshiva just slow this game down a little, keep on trying to work the ball inside. Armstrong missed a layup a couple possessions ago, but here we go. Here's Leifer. That's going to be a foul. Some post moves there by Leifer that we've grown accustomed to seeing here at Yeshiva.
And Leifer will head back to the free throw line. Check that, it'll be his first free throws of the night. A lot of points.
Yeah, Yeshiva's come out strong, getting the ball inside, really taking advantage of the size that they have. And Purchase is coming into this game 0-3. This is a very tough battle for them, facing the number 2 team in the country. And you got to feel for them. They were probably hoping to jump all over Yeshiva, having been that YU started slow the past few games, but that has not been the case to start in the opening 4 minutes here, as Leifer misses both of those.
Yeah, important to note also, it's Purchase's first game in the Skyline Conference, and we know that regardless of talent and regardless of time of year, whatever it is, your conference opponents are always ready for you. They know you better than anyone else. So always tough, especially out of the gate. Yeshiva not shooting well from the free throw line so far. 6 free throws, that's a lot for them, but only 2 makes. 4 misses, not a good sign here early on in the first half.
Yeah, as we said from the outset, Yeshiva went 6 of 16 last game. That's just not going to cut it as Terrell just gets dropped. But the shot's no good.
Yeah, that was Hansford White. A shifty guard. And boy, he really made Terrell look ugly there. But Jordan Armstrong on the other end, picking up on the interior.
When Jordan Armstrong jumps, I'm scared he's going to hit his head on one of those beams.
Oh, Jordan Armstrong rejected. Terrell open for alley-oop. Open. Reed can't stuff it home.
My goodness, the roof would have popped off. The roof would have popped off this building if that would have been thrown down. Great transition offense there by the Max. Went for the flare. Couldn't finish the layup. Couldn't get the points. But you know what? When you're the 2 seed in the country, you got to go for plays like that.
And it's interesting, it's all the stuff by Armstrong on the defensive end that set that up and put them in transition. Good defense, as they say, leads to good offense. Inbound Panthers, that's Holmes. No good on the triple as Terrell looks to push again. 11-4, just under 15 minutes to play in this first half. Gives for Armstrong. Armstrong again, back to lefty hook. He goes up with his strong hand. Boy, is that hard to stop.
The height might just be too much for Purchase. They just have no one who's even remotely close to as tall as Jordan Armstrong.
Block will try a 3 of his own. No good again. Gabe Leifer, give him another rebound. Up top for Terrell. Terrell goes up strong. Good defense as he comes up empty. Purchase looks to push. They have numbers as they come up court. Hansford White for Brady. Brady hearing it from the Yeshiva bench. Now Block will think about it again. Not a lot of movement. That's just 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Holmes now, long 2, short, rebound, Gabe Leifer.
Wow, and Hansford was wide open in the corner there. Hansford White, the best offensive player as Terrell gets fouled on the ground. But Hansford White was wide open in the corner there, but Purchase was unable to move the ball around to get it to him in the corner, in the far corner. They're going to have to take advantage of it. If YU is going to double the corners, then there's going to be someone open.
Fouls on the ground as Jordan Armstrong checks out. Something you like to keep your eye on. Purchase 4 fouls in just over 6 minutes of action. So YU could find themselves at the free throw line fairly quickly if things stay this way. Eitan Halpert falls down on the 3 and can't get it to go.
That's great transition defense there by the Max. Let's see if defense can lead to offense.
Matan Zucker, hard drive, gets it to go.
That's a strong take. Matan Zucker, when he goes up with the left, he could pretty much put the points on the board.
And Matan Zucker really an igniter off the bench. I mean, he comes in, his effort is second to none. And he's always finding himself in the right place at the right time as Terrell forces a turnover and finds Eitan Halpert in transition. Something developing. Eitan Halpert will pull up for a three himself. Bottom. That's going to force Coach Bozelli to take a timeout. And for right now, we're going to send it over to our sideline reporter, S.J. Tannenbaum, for more on Yeshiva's recent first half struggles.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, over the past few games, there's definitely been some concern. The Macs have struggled to get out to a hot start out of the gate. And there's been concern that the team's been falling into a state of complacency. Coach Steinmetz has noted that it all starts at the top with the Macs leadership, specifically the team's captains, who have emphasized focus over the last few years, and we certainly hope that follows into this season. As for the idea that the Macs may benefit from losing a game, Coach Steinmetz has said, quote, "You can learn just as much from losing as you can from winning and practicing. No need to take your foot off the gas." He has no intention of losing any games ever. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, SJ. Check him out on Instagram at Sideline Suits. The fit is looking nice tonight, as always. As we'll reset it for you, 13 minutes to play. Yeshiva has opened up, a quiet 14-point lead. I know it sounds crazy to say, but it's been 7 minutes and they're up by 14.
Yeah, it's because they're not doing it the flashy way. They're not hitting all the threes that they usually hit. It's coming from really grinding inside and hitting layups and second chance opportunities. And that's what we said at the outset that they were going to have to do. Really work the glass to the bigger team, try to finish inside, and they've been doing a great job of that so far. And if you're Purchase, I would think maybe try to switch to a zone here as they're honoring Ryan Terrell and his 1,500 points here as he gives a little wave to the crowd. But Purchase maybe think about a zone because man-to-man, they just don't match up well enough.
Hansford White is bumped by Zucker. He'll get called on the personal. Yeshiva second. Inbound goes for Hansford White. Purchase struggling to score early. Goes to the corner. That goes down for Justin Mason.
Yeah, that corner three has been open for Purchase. We spoke about it earlier. Purchase keeps on moving the ball around the perimeter and trying to look for those corners. They'll have those open looks. Got a lot of guards on the court for Purchase.
Leifer for Markovic. Terrell searching for the ball, can't get it into him, and it's taken away by Brady. Running in transition, it goes down for Elijah Holmes.
That's a great play by James Brady. Boxing out Terrell on the pass, really having good position on that defense, and getting a steal from a bigger Ryan Terrell, and then leading the break.
Yeah, Brady really bodying up Terrell, not letting him move easily, that's for sure. And now we're going to get an offensive, looks like an illegal screen on Adi Markovic. As Ryan Terrell and Gabe Leifer will both take a seat, Jordan Armstrong and Ofek Reed will check back into the ball game.
Gabriel Landau also in the game right now.
Yeah, seeing early minutes, hasn't really been part of the rotation as of late. As Brady will try a three from the top of the key and comes up empty.
Yeah, not a great look right there for Brady.
And the fans let him know.
Yeah, but he played well on defense a couple possessions ago. So if I'm the coach, I let that one slide.
Reward some mishaps on offense with impressive defense.
Yeah, you can't win them all.
I guess we'll go with that. As another nice defensive play by Hansford White, and they're going to get Markovic on his second personal.
Purchase is averaging 11 steals a game, and you see how tenacious they are on defense. They really, really attack the ball, and they look to run that break. Again, a lot of guards. They don't have the size this game, but they have the speed, or they should have the speed at least. We'll see if they do. But defensively, they really get after it. YU has to be much more careful with the basketball.
Looks like some confusion being worked out in the meantime. Both number 23s, Eitan Halpert and Jordan Notion, will check back into the ballgame as Adi Markovic will take a seat along with James Brady for Purchase. Looks like all the confusion was settled. 4 team fouls apiece. 11:20 to play. Elijah Holmes stuffed by Jordan Armstrong.
Yeah, Jordan used his longies right there.
Count the bucket from Matan Zucker. It looked like he got bumped a little bit, threw it up there as a prayer, and somehow went down.
Yeah, Matan Zucker, whenever he shoots it with his left, I'm telling you, it just goes in. He doesn't have to be looking. He doesn't. And now we'll see his free throws, as he's a lefty. So we'll see if what I say holds.
He gets it to go. I was about to call out an announcer's jinx. But Matan Zucker looking sharp here in the early going.
Yeah, I was definitely getting a little nervous here in the booth. Glad he hit that one. Ooh, nice play there.
That was Mason trying to force it in.
Now for YU here, they've become the bad guy now. They used to be a Cinderella story when they won. But at this point, they're 6-0. They're the number 2 seed in the country. They have two All-Americans on the team. They're no longer the underdog. They are now the dog. And it's nice to see the way that they've responded to come into the season, starting off 6-0 and starting this game very strong.
Another foul against Purchase. That's their 6th. And that's 3 on Elijah Holmes. And I'm assuming he's going to have to take a seat. Yeah, he does just that as he's replaced by Kamil Kulikowski.
Not a huge bench for Purchase right now. Only 5 players. So if one of these guys gets in foul trouble, you're going to see that bench get even smaller.
Yeah, forget depth. The physical number of bodies on the bench. A slim number.
Especially against a team like YU who just runs the whole entire time on offense. Ooh, another offensive foul. That's the second one.
They're going to get Gav Landau on the illegal screen. So I think that's what we've seen. Purchase has been physical, costing them a lot of fouls. And Yeshiva, I guess, banging bodies with them all over the court, is getting into some foul trouble on their own. At least 2 offensive fouls, a few on the defensive end. And, boy, this game has slowed down.
Yeah, and I don't think that hurts YU. They like to play a run-and-gun style of basketball, but against a team like Purchase where the height discrepancy is the way that it is, I think YU benefits from the game being slowed and played in the half court.
Landau over-aggressive once again as Coach Steinmetz takes a peek at his bench.
Yeah, look, Landau's not usually part of the rotation, but I think he's doing a very good job this game. When you don't get in so much and you get in, you like to show the coach that, yeah, you got heart and that you're going to play aggressive, and that's what he's doing. And sometimes the calls don't go your way, but you gave it your all. He could sit down with his head held high.
Max Leibowitz will check in. He's seen limited action this season, but another chance to play for him as he's also a crowd favorite as the ball rattles out for Matthew Phillips. We'll see what Max Leibowitz can bring to the table here this Tuesday evening. As Jordan Armstrong again with that left hand, triple team, throws it up anyway. And they're going to say went off of Yeshiva. Crowd reacts as I think they got that call wrong as the referees will talk it over. And usually when this happens, the call will change and the referees do just that as the possession will remain with the Max.
Well, that's one way to get the crowd fired up. Ooh.
Miscommunication there as Reef and Zucker were not on the same page. Backcourt violation. Some sloppy plays from the Max as Purchases, they only have 9 points, but they're keeping this at a 12-point game against a firepower offense.
Yeah, we were praising YU for the way that they started at the beginning of this half, and now it's gone a little cold. And the decisions with the basketball have not been so great, as that's a three-pointer, rattles in. But YU hasn't been making great decisions on offense, not a lot of conviction in their passes and their cuts, a little lethargic.
And just, it's really what we've been speaking about, the slow start and just not being able to just go out and dominate like we've seen in the second half. So many of these games, Jordan Armstrong gets hacked underneath. And that's foul number 7. He'll go to the line for a one-on-one.
I'll tell you something which I just saw on that possession. Ofek Reef, for the second possession in around 3, for the second time in around 3 possessions, took it strong inside, and he didn't hit the layup. He might have been fouled. But that mentality of taking it to the rim, I think, is very praiseworthy, because you're really going to get fouled. You're going to get second chance points as well, and it's an easier shot when you're closer to the hoop. Science. So you just gotta applaud him for his ability and willingness to go into the areas where some guards might not like going. Little tongue twister right there.
Jordan Armstrong, the bink is open on the free throw as he knocks in the first of a 1-on-1.
Yeah, if it fits, it chips. So put him on the board for one right there.
Is that FedEx?
FedEx.
FedEx.
Or UPS, I don't know.
Or UPS, one of those. As Jordan Armstrong a little too strong on the second. As he hits back of the iron, Yeshiva by 10 as we're under 10 minutes to play. Top of the key, it's a three for a purchase. That was Phillips, but an offensive rebound. Phillips gets it back and floats it home.
Nice effort there on the rebounds by Purchase, and a nice little floater.
Yeah, just an 8-point game. As Eitan Halper flies to the rim, but comes up empty. Purchase looking to make this one even closer. Corner three, no, he shoveled his feet as Kilikowski gets called on the travel. Oren Batesh replacing the big man Jordan Armstrong. So Yeshiva going with a bit of a smaller lineup. Let's see if that can turn things around.
Interesting move here by Coach Steinmetz, but I want to once again mention for Purchase on the offensive end, those corner threes, I know that was a travel right there, but the corner threes are open and they're good looks. So look to exploit that if you're Purchase on offense. Really try to work the ball around the perimeter or even take it inside, but then kick out to those corners.
Leifer looking for answers. He draws the double, maybe even the triple, but he keeps it and finds Reef. 7 on the shot clock. Reef goes to work. Euro step underneath scoop. And again, nothing doing. Now it's Mason. 3 for Notion. Doesn't go down as Leifer gives for Batesh. Now it's Reef. Alley-oop for Terrell. But an overthrow. And once again, the sloppy play continues for the Maccabees.
Yeah, not pretty basketball right now. Saw what Reef was trying to do there. Had Leifer a little bit early, threw the ball second too late. And it results in a turnover. And Yeshiva only up 8 points now. Playing very sloppy basketball. It's one thing to be in a close game because both teams are playing well, but right now, that's not the case. Yeshiva is not playing good basketball at this very moment. And Purchase is, you got to hand it to them. They're sticking with it.
Goes back in the corner. They like working that perimeter. It's another corner three for the Panthers, and Eric Block knocks that one down. Reef for Leifer. Now it's Batesh to Terrell. Terrell, spin move. And the layup goes down for Ryan Terrell. It's Block again. He's had the ball in his hands a lot recently. Let's see if they stick with him. Goes right back to him. Wide open in the corner is Notion, but they don't see him. Block can't get it to go. Rebound Terrell. On the move, it's Eitan Halpert. 2 long strides to the hoop. And a miss on the layup. As Hansford White is down on the other end. Just popped back up. As he's looking at his ankle, maybe tying his shoe. We'll get a stoppage. And when we continue, looks like it'll be Panthers basketball.
Yeah, Ryan Terrell on that low block is absolutely filthy with it. Quick spin move, finishes with the right off glass, smacks backboard also. He is one good player. And also on the other end, Purchase, I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but it's wide open. They hit a 3 from the corner before. They missed an open guy in the corner on the next possession. So if you're the coach for Purchase, you're going to have to tell your team, maybe look to swing it there. And if you're YU, you're going to have to maybe look to put a body in the corner because it's really wide open.
Goes back, it's Block. Now it's Notion. They love that perimeter. A lot of guards, and they'll keep going there. Now it's Brady. He finds Fulcher for the 3. can't get it to go as Reef flies in for the rebound. Out of bounds, Yeshiva ball.
Leifer a little slow to get up, and he's checking himself out, and Armstrong's coming back into the game.
Yeah, Purchase not shy from the outside. 11 threes. Just 3 makes, but they'll keep shooting it. Yeshiva on the other end, just 4, but they've also made 3, shooting it at a 75% clip. But both teams really struggling from the field just in general. Yeshiva 36%, the Panthers at 28%. And until one team can get that going again, it's going to remain ugly basketball as Ryan Terrell gets the bump. And once again, a 1-and-1 for the Max coming up, this time in the hands of Ryan Terrell.
Free throws. You can't leave these points on the board off the board if you're YU. You're going to have to take advantage. And you might not see it this game, but down the road, especially when games get more intense and more meaningful, free throws are such a key part to winning basketball games.
Yeah, that puts Yeshiva at a 4 for 9 mark. Purchase get to shoot a free throw. But, they'll take, if Yeshiva's shooting under 50% from the line, I don't think Purchase is going to be too upset if they're sitting there all night. As Terrell hits on the pair.
Looks like YU just called a timeout.
Yeah, it'll be a 30-second timeout, and we'll send the commercial break and catch you on the other side. 26-17.
Hey Max fans, this is Joseph Gittler, YU class of 1996, founder and chairman of Leket Israel. The skies are reopening, so come and volunteer with us in Israel as soon as you make it here. Please also consider supporting us as you think about your charity. And of course, go Max!
At the PMR Center, we strive to find the right physical therapy and hand therapy program for you. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
And we're back. Welcome in to the Max Stern Athletic Center. 6:27 to play in the first half. Yeshiva by 9. Gabe Leifer will check back in as he put himself on the bench for a quick second. He's standing at the scorer's table, so he'll be right back in action as Yeshiva will look to step it up. Again, another 3 for Fulcher. Doesn't go, but they're going to say it goes off lower in Batesh, and it's going to stay with the Panthers.
I'm not sure about that call right there, but good hustle by Purchase. Working hard on the offensive rebounds.
Now it's Brady, guarded by Terrell. And now Notion, strong drive, rejected again by Jordan Armstrong. Give him block number 3 on the night.
Jordan Armstrong, such a big presence down low for YU. His first year with the team, you could really see the difference that he's making down low on the defensive end. Offensively, tonight he's played pretty well. Finishing solidly, getting to the line. A nice piece.
Yeah, that was a knock for a little bit of time on the Max. Where's the huge guy in the middle? Donnie Katz filled that role so well for so many years, but a bit undersized for a college center. And Jordan Armstrong has come in, has made an instant impact. Donnie Katz actually now an assistant coach with the Maccabees, so really coming full circle and doing good work on the coaching end of the sides. On the coaching end of things would be proper.
Even when he played, that man just was basically like a coach on the court. I mean, he knew what to do. He knew where other people should be. He knew where he should be. So a seamless transition off the court onto the bench.
I used to hear people say he understood the offense better than anyone else, and he would point out things. So it makes sense. I guess he sort of grew into the role just by being on the floor and knowing how Yeshiva does things. As Ryan Terrell pushes for Reef, and Reef comes up empty once again as Jordan Armstrong cleans up the mess. Opek Reef is 0 for 7 from the field. I mean, even the easy looks aren't going down for him tonight. As it leaks out, and it's the top of the key. It's a 3 again for Purchase as Notion comes up empty. Terrell gets it stripped but gets it back. Surveying his options. Gives it for Reef. Downstairs to Leifert. 15 on the shot clock, it's Terrell. Upstairs for Armstrong, wide open, but nice recovery and rejection by Matthew Phillips.
I don't know why he faded away on that layup right there.
Yeah, it goes up strong, it was right there for him. As Phillips' strong drive goes up top, Eric block, top of the key, 3, money. 30-second timeout taken by Coach Bozelli, and we'll send it to break. Yeshiva by 7, 5 minutes to go.
Did you know that 90% of low back pain and sciatica can be treated without surgery? After a detailed evaluation, our physical therapists use gentle, hands-on techniques to alleviate most forms of low back pain. Our physicians have expertise in medication management, as well as a variety of interventional techniques, including trigger point injections. By utilizing a combination of these options, we can help you today. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
And we're back. 5 minutes to play. Yeshiva by 7. 5 minutes to play in the first half, Yeshiva by 7 as Mrs. Terrell is making her rounds around the Max Stern Athletic Center. Making sure that this crowd is injected with energy with what's been not too much to cheer about in this first half.
I'm not going to lie to you, Yeshua. I'm pretty fired up after that. And hopefully the max R2 is Terrell shoots a 3.
Terrell off the mark, but Reef comes down with the offensive board. Searching for options, it's Leifert. Reef back in the corner, it's a 3, long, but Ryan Terrell right there, and gets it to go on the interior.
Nice rebound and put back there by Terrell. Purchase really making Yeshiva work. Very aggressive on the defense. The referees are letting them go tonight.
It's Holmes, wing 3. Good answer from Elijah Holmes.
Slow rotation there on defense by Yeshiva. Leifert was a little late to close out, and Holmes made him pay.
Terrell, Leifert, Halpert, Terrell, Reef. That was that sequence right there. As boy, are there a lot of passes as Terrell tries to squeeze it into Reef, but another turnover for the Max.
It sounded good from the booth, but on the floor it didn't look that nice. As the end result's turnover.
Holmes long 2, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And you could see Purchase starting to believe out there a little bit.
Let's see what answers we have as Terrell comes flying in. I think he took 2 steps from like 3 feet behind the 3-point line as he converts the layup.
That's an athlete.
They give him 12 on the night as the Yeshiva's back up by 6. Fancy moves on the inside as Matthew Phillips on the receiving end answers right back with a layup of his own. Reef for Leifert. Terrell wide open, wing 3, bottom.
Great movement there by the Max. Inside out, Terrell. You definitely can't leave him open.
Holmes tries to answer, but Gabe Leifert comes away with another rebound. Inside, Armstrong, this time with the right hand. Can't get it to go as he was tripled, had options on the perimeter, but Purchase comes away with it. Gets away with a little arm extension as Eric Block able to hit the jumper.
Yeah, Purchase making their shots right now. Yeah, you'd like to see that ball, that shot finished by Armstrong there on the offensive end. Nice little move there, a little shimmy shake, but he couldn't get it to go. Ooh, dangerous
Refinds
pass.
Leifert. As now back inside to Armstrong, he'll get another chance and takes advantage. And 1, Jordan Armstrong.
Nice pass inside there by Reef. A 7-point game right now, a little closer than the Max probably would like it to be. Let's see how they play down the stretch here. And the first half has been an issue for YU this year. So far, they've come out pretty slow in their first halves. They usually turn it up to start the second half. I think a large majority of that is because of the amount of movement on offense. It tires out these other teams, especially with shorter benches like Purchase. That's something to look out for.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. We'll definitely talk about that coming up very soon on the halftime show, and obviously as we open the second half, it'll be something to keep an eye on. some insane numbers we'll get to about what the second half scoring has looked like in Yeshiva's last few games. It is lopsided as can be. As Holmes, step back three, would have been pretty, but comes up short. Terrell looks to go to work. Takes it in, blocked, gets his own miss. Out of bounds. Possession remains with the Maccabees.
This guy, James Brady, is a very, very stellar defender. Very aggressive, very strong. Stays very square to Terrell. You see, they've been frustrating YU purchase on the defensive end right now.
Leifer inside for Terrell. Draws a double, gets blocked again, gets his own miss, and puts that one home. So Brady giving Terrell a hard time. Terrell shooting it just over 50% from the field, 17 points. But it just feels like they're being aggressive with him, which we haven't seen. We are actually sitting next to Yeshiva legend Lior Hode. As Ryan Terrell, I believe he needs 2 more points to pass him on Yeshiva's all-time scoring list.
That's got to be bittersweet for him. I'm sure he's happy for Ryan. Again, Ryan Terrell's having one of those games where he hasn't been so good, but acquired 17 points, and that's what the best players do. They just play well. They're not always going to be the flashiest 17.
As they try to get it back to Terrell, as Gabe Leifer turns it over.
But watch that extension right there.
Oh, now it's Terrell on the open floor. Will we get fireworks? They're going to get a flagrant as Ryan Terrell was ready to bring this house down.
Yeah, that's not a smart foul there.
Yeah, crowd letting them know their displeasure.
That's going to be a clear path foul. Hansford White did go over and apologize to Terrell. Nice little classy move there. But not a smart foul. You just got to take those 2 points and lift the fight another day. Now it's going to be shots and ball, I believe, for YU. But the way YU shoots the free throw at the free throw line right now, maybe it was the correct play.
Yeah, that is Terrell's first miss. But also, you almost just can't blame Hansford White. I mean, he's probably just seen the highlights and the posters and just didn't want to see himself on one later tonight. As Terrell misses on the pair.
Well, you see something new every day. Terrell missing both free throws.
As Ryan Terrell pulls up from the baseline, and Armstrong, nice offensive rebound off the glass and puts it home. Yeshiva back up 11. Yeah, Lior Hode, the 4th all-time leading scorer for the Maccabees at 1,541 points. Ryan Terrell right now stands at 1,540, I believe. Maybe 1,541. I believe it's 1,541. He needs one more point as Ophir Grief cranks it back. Can't throw it down.
That was almost ridiculous. That was almost ridiculous. It's almost a good thing that he didn't throw that down because I'm not sure if these fans could have handled it right now.
I'm also not sure the basket could have handled that one.
My goodness. His face when he just went to throw down that dunk. Killer instinct.
Reef's first point of the night comes at the free throw line. Excuse my error before. Ryan Terrell is now tied at 1,541 points with Lior Hode. The next point will put him in sole possession of 4th place as he looks to chase Eyal Hode, who it'll take some time to make that up. He's got 1,807 points. And maybe a clock correction, not sure what's going on there.
YU's lead right now up to 13. 18 seconds to go here in the first half. An up and down first half for the Macs. Up and down first half as well for Purchase. Both teams have seen periods where they've played well and less well. But if you're...
Just another milestone. I'm sorry to interrupt. Just another milestone. Gabe Leifer, assist number 5 recently, was assist number 500 on his career. The leader all-time Yeshiva Maccabees assist leader, and he's up by like over 100. Ufik Reef open floor, hits it at the buzzer as Yeshiva will head to the locker room, up 15. So a nice end to the second half. We'll send it to commercial break. Halftime show coming up, presented by Leket. We'll see you on the other side.
When I was in 9th grade, someone told me to give up on ball. He told me, basketball will only take you so far in life. You're not going to make it to the NBA, he said. What he was missing is that making it to the NBA isn't the only reason why we play. Basketball leaves you with so much more than just the game itself. The life lessons and friendships that are made while playing the game will outlive the game and can last a lifetime.
Bruchim Habaim! Welcome to Yeshiva University, where our core Torah values shape everything we do and guide us toward a better tomorrow. In the classroom and the lab, in the Beit Midrash, on the court, on Shabbat, and all around the city, New York City. Grow at your own pace with smaller class sizes, research opportunities on and off campus, over 150 clubs, 15 D3 NCAA teams, and top-tier internships at companies like Bloomberg, Google, and Facebook. Our buy-it is your buy-it. When it's time to play, and when it's time to pray. When you have a craving, when you need a break, when you celebrate, and when you shine. Come on in and meet your chavruta, your teammates, your professors, this guy. Connect with people from down the street and from down under. With over 80% of students receiving financial aid, Yeshiva University distributes more than $45 million annually to ensure that a YU education is affordable for all. Make YU your home base, and you've got all the bases covered. From first base to playing base. From this kind of base to the base medrash.
Come on, that's a stretch.
You can get where you're going faster with our Pathways programs, dual degrees, and partnerships. And when you're ready for the workforce, we've got you covered with a network of over 70,000 alumni. An astounding 94% of students are employed in grad school or both within 6 months after graduation. We are student-driven, outcome-driven, values-driven, deeply rooted, and forward-focused. Oh, and we also have all of this. What are you waiting for? Experience YU and step into your future.
Basketball season for Yeshiva is underway.
Division III Yeshiva University.
Yeshiva University Maccabees have won 34 in a row.
If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Since its inception in 1986, the Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Whether you want to get back to playing sports again or simply walk around pain-free, the PMR Center is here for you. We'll help you feel like yourself again. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center. It's halftime. Yeshiva leads by 15. A bit of a sloppy first half. But regardless, let's take a look at some first half stats sponsored by Leket Israel. Leket Israel, rescuing nutritious surplus food for Israelis in need. Yeshiva not shooting it well from two-point range, shooting it well from deep, 4 for 7 from three-point land. But we have the honor right now of being joined by Yeshiva University basketball legend Lior Hode. And Lior, I guess sort of a bittersweet night for you right now. You are currently tied with Ryan Terrell in 4th place on the all-time Yeshiva University men's basketball scoring list. If you could just talk a little bit about what Ryan's accomplished, what he stands here doing now. I know you know Ryan personally, a little bit about him as a person. We'll turn it over to you.
So first of all, I want to say Shechiyanu, Dikimanu, Vigianu Lazman Hazeh. I'm honored to be here. I never left the place. And I also want to thank my wife. I wish she was here, but she's doing other more important thing tonight. Anyway, regarding Ryan. Ryan is a very special individual. Everybody know Ryan, the basketball player, what a great individual he is. But I got to tell you, I look at him as like one of my own kids. He's smart. He's a mensch. And his IQ level is probably his strength. He's going to go far in life. And I always tell him that invest in your own brand, which is what he's doing right now.
Now the first half there from YU, maybe a little bit sloppy. What do you see in the first half? What could YU improve on going out here in the second half?
It's very interesting because what's happening is Yeshiva is playing to the other team level. So that's part of the reason. You know, the other team is not as good as other team that they normally play against. And they're going to make some adjustments. It's a 15-point game now. They're going to put it in gear, and it's going to be a different game second half. I'm confident.
Well, there you have it. We'll get you set for the second half as Yeshiva looks to extend their winning streak once again, go to 7-0 on the season. We'll send it to commercial break and be back with you for second half basketball here in the Max Stern Athletic Center. Halpert gives for Patesh. Patesh seeing a lot of time with the starting unit. Give and go! Alley-oop! Gabe Leifert agrees! We got used to saying that. Eitan Halpert taking on a very similar role that his brother and recent graduate Simcha Halpert takes on as Oren Patesh connects on a triple.
Men's basketball season for Yeshiva is underway.
Division III Yeshiva University.
Yeshiva University Maccabees have won 34 in a row. And welcome back in to the Max Stern Athletic Center. I'm Yehoshua Segal, joined by the one and only Charlie Bendheim. It's halftime again, Yeshiva by 15. Charlie, what are your thoughts on that first half?
Well, I think that Yeshiva's height has really given them a strong upper hand in this game. Just the rebounds, Yeshiva has out-rebounded Purchase by 35-18, which is a whopping margin. On the offensive boards, we spoke about that pregame about how Purchase was such a good offensive rebounding team, averaging 15 a game. Now Yeshiva averaging 14 a game. And just doing it all for the YU Max, it has been Jordan Armstrong. Very, very good performance. And he's been doing it on the inside and in the paint, finishing the opportunities that he has gotten so far in this game. We'll see if they can keep it up now in the second half.
We appreciate you all tuning in, especially those that were stuck in traffic on the way over here. I was just told that they joined the broadcast for the first half. We thank you, as always, for choosing Max Live and spending your evening with us. As players will get set, referees will get set, purchase ball. Let's do it, second half basketball from Washington Heights. A good first look, doesn't go down for Holmes, as Terrell now pushes for the Max.
Let's see if YU starts off the second half as they've been starting off other second halves this season, which is very strong.
Terrell, face up, turnaround, off the window, give him sole possession of fourth place all-time Yeshiva University men's scoring list.
The Aharon in the crowd giving Ryan a standing ovation, a classy move by a classy individual.
Ofek Reeve comes away with it as gets knocked away. And Hansford White comes up with it for the Panthers. Active hands all night for the Panthers defensively. Goes to the corner, three doesn't go down for Phillips. Leifer for Reef. Back downstairs for Leifer as he draws a double. Looking around, finds Terrell. Nice layup, backdoor cut from Ryan Terrell.
Nice find there, another assist by Leifer. Went over 500 today and is still going.
Floater rattles home for Brady. Leifer now for Halpert. Yeshiva by 17. Now it's Armstrong. We're finally seeing that Yeshiva motion offense is backdoor cut. That was Jordan Armstrong. Nice find by Leifer, but banks it off the glass. Purchase throws it out of bounds, and Yeshiva will get the ball back.
Yeah, that was a nice offensive set there by YU, moving it around well. Leifer is really just a very, very good passer, and he really facilitates the offense, even if it's not with his dribble drive. Whenever he gets that ball in that post position, he's able to find an open cutter. It's a joy to watch.
And we haven't called his name a lot tonight, mostly because he's been sitting on the bench. That's Ethan Lasko sitting on the bench, street clothes, holding a crutch. We know he went down hard against St. Joseph Brooklyn, but he wasn't able to suit up tonight. We wish him the best, obviously, and a speedy recovery as the Panthers come up empty from the corner on the three ball. Reef, push in transition, spin move, rejected by Brady. As Reef looks like he got hit in the face as he comes up, crunching his eyes.
I think we call that a squint, Yehoshua.
You call it a squint, I call it crunching eyes. But regardless, he'll stay in the game, and it'll be Panthers possession. Hansford White forces it to Holmes. As Reef gets called on the personal, it'll be his second team's first here in the second half. Hansford White to inbound, goes to Brady. Wing three off the mark for Holmes as Terrell comes away with it. Terrell, rebound number 11, as he'll get it back on the baseline. Looking for moves. But he finds Leifer instead. Pretty backdoor slice by Eitan Halpert.
Yeah, a nice cut there by Halpert, and Leifer again passing it from the wing. He can really, you put him anywhere on the court, he's going to be effective. Such a good player for YU. It's so good that he came back this year to play another year for the Max.
And might as well put him on triple-double watch. 7 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Assist number 502, as we mentioned earlier. Three goes down for Hansford White. As we'll get a timeout as Matan Zucker at the Markovich. Check in, it'll be a 30-second timeout. As the Max have looked good here in the second half. They're up by 18. Definitely more movement on the offensive end. A lot more clean cuts, clean passing, not turning the ball over as much. At least a good sign here in the early going of the second half.
Yeah, and I think Steinmetz does a great job at holding these players accountable. And you can see with their fitness, right? And they come out and they play a full 40-minute basketball game where they are cutting and moving without the ball in the offense, moving their feet on the defensive end. And the other teams tend to get tired out, and it's something to watch right now with Purchase to see if they can keep on moving their feet. I know James Brady's been playing very well defensively, but the movement on Yeshiva's offense is going to start to take a toll on both teams, and whichever team it affects more, you're going to see that team start to lose a little bit of ground, whether that be Yeshiva or Purchase. To start off the second half, it's been Purchase.
Yeshiva breaks a press easily as it ends up in the corner for Zucker. Eitan Halpert thinks about it. Now goes for Leifer. Strong tape, Gabe Leifer can't get it to go as the Panthers come away with it. Hansford White, a series of moves and a nice finish with the lefty hand.
Yeah, nice finish off glass there. Put a little English on that basketball.
Active defense, but Gabe Leifer ends up open underneath. He'll go up strong, get fouled, and go to the line for two. Foul's going to go against Justin Mason. That's his first, team's first.
YU 7 of 15, make that 7 of 16 from the free throw line tonight. That's a sub 50% number, and for the number 2 team in the country, that's just not good enough. Ooh, it looked like everyone there went in a little bit early.
Well, the extra step helped as he knocks down the second. Yeshiva again up by 17. Another strong take. Malcolm Hanser-White just tearing through this Yeshiva defense.
Yeah, the guy's got some handles. He's Purchase's most efficient and best scorer, and he's showing UI right now.
He's got 7 points on the night as Adi Markovich will inbound for the Max. Zucker doubles, goes for Markovich, not known as a shooter, he probably won't take that. And now it's Leifer back inside. But Zucker, lefty, automatic.
Hasn't missed a lefty one tonight. Don't want to jinx it, but we saw already that I don't jinx. So that works out perfectly. Ooh, a little shake and bake.
Yeah, nice crossover. That's a nice looking move from Eric Block as he gets the finish to go down. Zucker again. Markovich for Leifer. I thought he was going to shoot that almost like he heard us up in the booth telling that he's not going to shoot that. As Eitan Halpert will shoot that one. And Matan Zucker gets the offensive rebound. It'll be Halpert. Think about it again. No. Leifer, top of the key, frees the three. It's good.
Just a 9th three-pointer shot by Yeshiva tonight. They're really making an effort to take the ball inside, but when they have shot it, they've hit 5 of 9. So shooting a very good percentage from 3. Quick math, that's 55% for all of you guys trying at home.
Oh, the 3 goes down for Eric Block. leading purchase scorer. He's got 14. As he is keeping the Panthers in this ball game. Life for a hard drive. Nice finish. Silky smooth touch. Aggressive defense. Block again. Will it go? No, it won't. As it goes off of purchase. As Ryan Terrell will check back in the ball game.
Yeah, you see this drive here by Lifer. Finishes with the right hand, the offhand on which side he was on, as he was driving left. Nice play there.
Terrell's got 21, shooting at 57% from the field, 50% from three-point range, and struggling a bit at the line, 4 for 6, 66%. A little, not great, not terrible, but Ryan Terrell might be the best player in all of Division III. We expect great things. As he goes up strong, gets hit from behind, and he'll go right back to that line with a chance for 2 more.
We haven't really noted it yet, but the last time these two teams played was in the Skyline Championship in March 2020.
March 1st, 2020, the last game with fans in this gym before the pandemic.
And it was Yeshiva University who won that game for their second Skyline Championship.
Yeah, this place, you have not seen many, I've not been in many places with that kind of energy. They had that Sunday afternoon. What a time. But as the Max fans always do, they bring the energy. A lot of excitement here, a lot of excitement around the community as a whole. But on both campuses as well, just a great atmosphere. Has drawn a massive following, and deservedly so, as Ofek Reef, nice Euro step, will put it home for 2 more. Yeshiva back up by 18. Terrell, good hands, but a nice move from Mason. As the 3 is off the mark again for Hansford White. Jump ball, possession arrow pointing in Yeshiva's direction.
After YU right now, up 18 points, around 13 minutes to go, you're going to want to try to put this game away relatively soon. Maybe get some guys who don't get as many minutes into the game, see what they could do. And if you're purchased, you just want to keep it relatively close and then maybe try to make a run towards the end of the game.
Yeah, it seems like that's been their game plan. It's been sort of around this number for the last bunch of game minutes. As Terrell turns the ball over, looks like he was hit a few times, no call, as Hansford White once again too quick down the floor for the Maccabees. Markovich tries to answer quickly as he flies in there and eventually gets the layup to go. Goes to the corner, that's Brady, and a big 3, much needed 3 for the Panthers. As James Brady able to put it home. Zucker, he went right. They all thought he was going left. And he is putting on an array of moves throughout the course of this game.
And James Brady actually picked up Akiva for a player on YU and was bringing it down the court.
As Gabe Leifer comes up with the block. As Matan Zucker runs the offense for the Max. Oh, again, gives for Terrell. And they're going to say Terrell's heel connected with the baseline. Or with the sideline, more accurately.
You know, as I was saying, a cool moment is as Akiva fell off for someone on YU, James Brady went to go pick it up and try to bring it back to the YU player who told him he could just give it to someone on the side and he'll go pick it up later. But nice class there by James Brady, who's been probably Purchase's best player tonight on both ends, if you take into account both ends of the floor.
Armstrong comes away with the steal. Ofek Reef in transition, gets hacked. He'll go to the line for 2. Reef knocks down the first. He's 3 for 3 from the line tonight. As he connects on the second as well. Yeshiva by 19, 70-51, 11-10 to play, as Reef will take a seat.
That's a blocking foul right there on Armstrong. Got a little over-aggressive at the top of the key.
Just Yeshiva's second, so I can't imagine Coach Steinmetz is too annoyed about that one. But good aggressive defense. Inbound for Purchase incoming. It'll be Brady for Mason. And Adi Markovic again will get called for the bump. It's Holmes. And now it's Notion. Brady for Mason. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Mason peeks at the clock. 2 seconds, he'll have to throw it up. And no, the shot clock will expire as it doesn't go down anyway. A nice defensive stand from the Maccabees as the crowd lets them know it's appreciated.
Yeah, a couple of fouls in that possession, but you could tell Yeshiva University is being a little aggressive on the defensive end, really moving their feet.
Charlie, do you know that 85% of our viewers for last week's game against Mount St. Vincent were not subscribed to Max Live? We would greatly appreciate if you could help support our efforts to put on quality broadcasts. Take 3 seconds to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, be sure to turn on notifications so you won't miss out on the great content we put out on a consistent basis. Also, do you want to receive Max news and updates? Join our WhatsApp group chat. The link to join is in the description of this YouTube video. For behind the scenes pictures and content you won't find anywhere else, be sure to follow Max Live on Instagram as well. As Ryan Terrell knocks down his first free throw. We take this opportunity to once again thank everyone joining us, and more specifically thank the people who make this broadcast possible, starting with executive producer and president Akiva Poppers, director Ezra Jacobs, and associate director Derek Fuller, technical director Aharon Traurig, associate producer Ari Schopf, segment producers Avi Nat and Daniel Shemaev.
You think the team out here is good? You should see the team behind the scenes.
Excellent work, setting up all day. Lots and lots of preparation for each broadcast. We thank them all publicly to our worldwide audience. Corner three, it's Notion. And it's off the mark. You know, a player was telling me from Purchase before the game, I forgot who it was, he was telling me that they tell Notion, that's number 23 on Purchase, Jordan Notion, they tell him that he has no shins, like the body part. Not sure why that's relevant, but they said we also have trouble remembering his name. That's how we remember it, by thinking that he has no shins.
Wow, very creative. Or they could just call him Jordan. That would work also. But I guess no shins is better. That was a technical foul on the offensive end for Yeshiva.
Crowd asking for Ryan Boker. As Ryan Terrell gets it in the open floor and can't connect on the layup, he's frustrated. as the gimmies haven't been falling for him tonight. Adi Markovic slams the door shut on Ocean.
Yeah, Adi was not having any of that. Smacked that thing right back from where it came from.
Yeah, big stare down as well.
Kid's got some bunnies, I'll tell you that.
Max by 20, still not blown wide open, but let's see if that sort of sparks the beginning of the end. Gabe Bleifer, top of the key, short. Goes to the corner, and for the third time tonight, we've seen a player in the corner step out of bounds.
Yeah, you get to the corner over there, and it feels like the court shrinks a little bit.
Leifer will take it up himself. Back for Halpert. Inside to Reef, and he'll go to work. Nice, strong move on the interior from Ofek Reef.
Yeah, that's tough basketball right there. Spin off glass. It's a nice play by Ofek.
Good defensive stand as Terrell comes away with the steal and clears out his defender. Physically nice look for Reef, but he can't handle it. Purchase ball. As you see there, Reef, a strong move on the inside. And Eitan Halpert, again, strong defensively. You know, we're used to seeing a lot of highlights on the offensive side of things, but the defense are really giving us something to cheer about tonight.
Yeah. It's aggressiveness on defense, something that YU's worked on, because that shot's no good. And it all starts with the best players on the team, with Ryan Terrell and Gabe Leifer. They show that defensive effort, the rest of the team is going to follow.
Another nice play from Brady on the defensive end. This block, lots of fakes, lots of movement, floats one up there and buries it. Adi Markovic, series of moves, but can't complete it underneath. Terrell bumps Brady, and Brady will go to the line. We'd also like to give a big thank you to our cameramen tonight. Consists of Shmuel, Gopin, Ben Zukerman, Raphi, Shpitalink, and Moishe Rechester.
This is going to be free throws 5 and 6 for Purchase on the night. Shooting right now after that, missed 2 for 5. I think a big story of tonight's game has been YU's defense. You mentioned it before, but they're moving their feet well. They're not being over-aggressive. They're jumping straight up, and the proof is in the pudding. 54 points for Purchase, only 6 free throw attempts. It's been a well-rounded affair for YU tonight.
Gabe Bleifer, rebound number 12. He's got 13, 12, and 8. 2 more assists would give him that triple-double. As Reef flies in and throws it down.
Don't jump. Do not jump if you are on Purchase when Ofek's going to the rim.
Holmes tries for the quick answer, and it's Terrell in transition. Fireworks, reverse jam for Ryan Terrell.
Well, it's pandemonium here in the center, and for good reason. Just listen to this crowd.
Back-to-back jams. Ofek Reef, Ryan Terrell, putting this place into a frenzy. Coach Bozelli has seen enough. He calls a timeout. And speaking about Gabe Bleifer before on Triple Double Watch and his crazy schedule, we send it to SJ Tannenbaum for some more.
Longtime veterans on this team, now in his 5th and final season of eligibility. When asked after he graduated last spring what made him came back, he said 2 words very simply: national championship. Gabe and the rest of this Max team have their eyes on a national championship, regardless of a grueling season. In addition, take a look at Gabe's schedule. A full-time real estate tax associate at PwC, graduate school studies, and being married, he still comes back to play ball with this Max team, as is so evident. And when asked why he deals with all those different responsibilities, he said, quote, "When things are important to you, you find a way to make it work." As we can tell clearly, Gabe is passionate and committed to this team, and it rubs off on the rest of the squad. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, SJ. Find them on Instagram at Sideline Suits. I mean, what a fit tonight. I'm looking forward to getting home later and seeing your review of your outfit tonight. Keeping this broadcast ever so exciting, the one and only SJ Tannenbaum. We'll reset it for you after this place is still feeling that energy. 78-54, Yeshiva by 24, 7:19 to play. Yeshiva looking to improve to 7-0 on the season, 4-0 in the Skyline Conference, 43 games in a row.
It's just a good basketball team, and it's fun basketball to watch, Yehoshua. I'm glad I'm here. It's an honor to be here with you, the legend in the booth. Left you speechless there, didn't I?
That is very kind of you. I don't know what's being sorted out right now on the court. But I think at the end of the day, we might see some free throws. Yeah, it'll be Mason at the line. It's a 1-and-1, I would assume. Foul number 7 was just given by the Max. That'd be a 1-and-1 for Justin Mason. Still some technical things going on. I think we're set. And it's Holmes connecting on the front end of the 1-and-1. Terrell comes down with the rebound. And now it's Ofek Reef. Gabe Leifer converts on the interior. In and out. Doesn't go down for block on the triple. Yeshiva by 25 under 7 minutes remaining. Coach Steinmetz still rolling with his defensive players as it goes up for Reef. Reef will think about it, goes to Markovich. Eitan Halpert, wing, 3, no good as Reef comes down with it and puts it home for 2.
Yeah, that's called padding stats right there by Ofek. 2 boards and a bucket.
Crowd's asking for a lone Jakubowicz, and sometimes Coach Steinmetz gets into that pressure. I mean, the large, I forgot what they call, I think I saw on Twitter someone call him the human joystick. And I thought that was awesome. As Terrell comes flying in but gets stripped. Purchase looking to push half numbers. Block, wing, 3, no good. Eitan Halpert comes up with it. Now it's Terrell, 2-on-1 developing. As Reef lays it in. As I think he patted himself on the chest saying, my bad, I had Ryan for the alley-oop.
James Brady actually came back on defense there. Did not want to see another highlight dunk, much to the dismay of everyone in this building.
Yeah, I might have been the most excited. I was ready. As Eitan Halpert now has the open floor. And I know we keep talking about it because we're begging for highlights. But I think Ryan wanted that one off the backboard.
Toss that bad boy off the backboard. Let's get dunking again. That's a good time.
Mason, long 3, no good. And you have to imagine Coach Steinmetz is going to soon empty his bench. As he taps Batesh. As Markovich controls. Terrell gets the lean, doesn't get the jumper to go. But Gabe Leifer going to work underneath. Ends it back to Terrell, and Terrell puts it home. Give him point number 28 on 10 for 17 shooting. Three, no good. Rebounded by Reef as Max Leibowitz will head to check in as well. Eitan Halpert, wing 3. We got a foul That's an illegal screen against the big man, Gabe Leifer.
Now Max Leibowitz is about to check into the game for the Max. He is a very good point guard, and I think he's someone to watch right now for YU, and I think Coach Stuyvesant is going to be taking a look at how he plays, maybe look to get him a little more time in the rotation. He's a very skilled player coming off the bench for YU.
Yeah, Terrell and Reef will take a seat. Big ovation from the home fans here in Washington Heights. Good defense from Halpert as he pokes it. Purchase retains possession. Get ready for an awesome Hanukkah Chagiga. Next Monday at 9:30 a.m., join Soy and the entire Yeshiva student community for an awesome party. Music, donuts, and great fun will be provided. Also, the takeover is coming. Next week on Wednesday night, Yeshiva University will be taking over American Dream Mall, including both Nickelodeon Amusement Park and the rink ice skating. I say that with quotations. The event is fully subsidized. Food will be available and staggered bus options will be provided. Sign up at yu.edu/takeover. All YU students are encouraged to attend. And it's just one of the great, it will be a great example of just the amazing experience that you could have here as a YU student.
Yeah, party and an amusement park. That's a big.
What could be better?
That's big time.
And if you look a little closer at the flyer, it'll actually be Chickies Catering. And what's better than that? Some water fun, some Chickies, and Block knocking down threes.
Yeah. Boker's looking to check in, and the crowd gives a nice standing ovation for him.
Yeah, still 4 minutes to play, so the bench will see extended minutes here as Leibowitz thinks about the three, gives for Leifer. Leifer goes up strong, no good, gets his own miss, and ends up to Patesh. Leibowitz downstairs. And a nice look. That was Zachary Muller, the junior from Shalhevet, Los Angeles, from Shalhevet High School in Los Angeles, California. As Hansford White, another three, and a 30-point game.
Yeah, that gives Hansford White 16 on the night. Leading Purchase's scoring attack.
Yeah, Muller, I remember him from the Sarachek days. I believe he helped lead the Shalhevet Firehawks to a Sarachek championship. Leifer for Patesh. Patesh, open look at a three, and he connects.
Another blocking foul.
Here comes Landau and Boker. Gabe Leifer will get a big hand. And Eitan Halpert will take a seat as well.
Just another day at the office for those two. The whole A-man rotation tonight played very well for YU. Started off a little bit sloppy, but really put things together towards the end of the first half into the second half.
Yeah, talk about an efficient game from Gabriel Leifer. 17 points on 70% shooting from the field, 14 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, a block. I mean, efficient on all ends.
Yep, and that's just what you get. He's an All-American. He's a great player.
Leibowitz, top of the key, no good. Mason from the elbow off the mark.
That's a travel.
Yeah, Muller, a little too excited, shuffles the feet before the ball hits the deck. Crowd still asking for Alon Jakubowicz. Alon only listed at 6'7". I just don't know if that's true. I think he's even taller.
Yeah, he's a long kid, long man. A big fan favorite, and so is Boker as he takes it in, misses the layup right there.
Ooh, Landau sacrificing his body, and they're going to get him. For an offensive foul goes against Wesley Fulcher.
That's hard at the end of the game, a blowout, but players getting their first opportunities out here to show the coach what they got, and they're going to put it all out there on the line, and you see that drawing a charge, up 32. Just a quick look ahead. YU's going to play Manhattanville on Sunday the 28th here in the Stern Athletic Center.
Yeah, a lot of Skyline games before just at the end of December. They're playing 7 Skylines in a span of like 3 weeks. Yeshiva, because of their scheduling conflicts and their winter break, is different than some other schools. As Oren Batesh knocks down the 3, they always have to squeeze in a lot of Skyline Conference games in the beginning, as a lot of the other conference matchups among the remaining teams take place in a more spread out fashion. As Block gets a floater to go, Coach Bozelli will take a quick timeout. And we'll send to a quick commercial break. We'll catch you on the other side. Stay tuned, 1:41 to go. Yeshiva by 33.
Hi everyone, this is Tomer Capon, and I want to invite you all to come and help and volunteer with Leket Israel. Thank you.
For Kennedy, but take it back by Leipert. Give it to Terrell. Terrell! Gets right, Terrell, 2 more!
Welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center here on a Tuesday night. I'm Yehoshua Segal, joined by first-time calling partner, longtime colleague, Charlie Bendheim. Charlie, it's been a pleasure spending this evening with you. And an exciting game. The Yeshiva will extend its winning streak to 43 games in a row.
Well, I wouldn't jinx it yet. Still got 101 seconds left. And it only takes 1 second to score, so if you do the math, a lot of points left to be scored.
Yeah, that would actually be on SportsCenter tomorrow. But in the meantime, it'll be Leibowitz for Landau. Purchase still is playing in their press. As tough to break, good defense. His hands for White gets a hand on it. And now Leibowitz ends up with it. Boker! Rejected by Matthews. Excuse me, that was Phillips, Matthew Phillips. And now they got Muller in the open floor. Muller for Boker! Boker driving in, gets fouled. He'll go to the line. Boker filled that lane. Who knows what could have happened?
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of muscle coming down at you in the lane. Nice defense, though, on transition there by Purchase. The game's still exciting here with a minute and 18 left. A lot of flashy plays. Nice pass up there by Max Leibowitz.
Yeah, they list Ryan Boker here as a 6'6" senior from Ida Crown Hebrew Academy.
Chicago.
That's Illinois, correct, from Lincolnwood. But they don't measure width here. If they would measure width, he'd be 6'6", and it would just say massive frame.
They do not measure width, that is correct. We should tell Akiva Poppers to get on that.
They're going to get a violation, a lane violation, so Boker will have a chance. 2 to make 3 like the olden days. Sorry, 3 to make 2 is the correct rule. As hands for White pushes up the floor for the Panthers. Flies in, gets fouled. They'll get Batesh on the personal. Foul number 10, so for the remainder of the game, it'll be 2 shots for the Panthers.
Yeah, both teams still playing hard out here.
And they just announced here that Ryan Terrell passed Lior Ho tonight. A big hands for both Lior and for Ryan. As Hansford White comes up empty. Off the mark, it's Muller pushing it in transition. He doesn't see the defenders behind him. He'll take it himself. A nice play, but can't get it to go.
Tried a little jelly fam right there. Tried to put a little sauce on that ball. Didn't work out.
Yeshiva looking to hit the century mark, as they haven't been able to do so recently. Well, he heads up from behind as Muller looks to push. He gives for Leibowitz. Leibowitz inside the Boker. Corner, Muller. Three-pointer. Off the mark as Purchase will get another possession. Inside, no good. And finally goes home for Spencer the third. That'll do it. Game shot clock turned off. Game clock winding down. Another turnover, sloppy play to finish this one off as Mason connects on the jumper. Yeshiva by 29.
Gotta pad those stats. Scouts see the stats.
Boca will bring it over half court, and now Muller will dribble it out. 10 seconds left. Yeshiva by 29. Stay tuned for the postgame show. We have an interview. S.J. Tannenbaum will be standing by with Gabriel Leifer as Yeshiva extends win streak to 43 games in a row. We will send the break. Stay tuned. S.J. Tannenbaum coming up on the other side.
Hi everyone, this is Tomer Capone, and I want to invite you all to come and help and volunteer with Leket Israel. Thank you.
This is truly an unprecedented situation.
This virus doesn't discriminate. It attacks everyone.
We're following breaking news right now. A third person in our area has tested positive for the coronavirus. This time, it's a student at Yeshiva University.
More than 100 families, that's 1,000 people, are under New York State mandated self-quarantine.
They were not going to be allowing spectators into the gym for the NCAA tournament games.
As of tomorrow, our public schools will be closed.
While our university may be closed, the kindness and compassion of our community is always open. We will get through this and emerge even stronger.
Hello and welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center. Tonight's game between Yeshiva and Purchase. Yeshiva 98, victorious over Purchase at 69. Now I'm going to send it down to our sideline reporter, S.J. Tannenbaum.
Thank you, guys. I'm here once again with Gabe Leifer. By the way, Nachum Segal sends his best from the booth. Gabe, wanted to ask you, once again, you guys got off to a rough start in the first half and managed to pick it up incredibly productively in the second half. How are you guys always able to turn things around in the second half of games?
Listen, we talked about it at halftime, and tonight's not the prettiest win. The 6 games before this, I think, that we had are not the prettiest wins. Tonight, I honestly don't think we got that much better, but we did our job, and we have a lot to work on. But we kind of just have to wake up, and we have to play the way that we do in the second half, the first half, for 40 minutes, or else we're going to get beat one time, and it's going to fly right over our heads, and it's going to be too late.
Absolutely. Well, as you can hear from the crowd tonight, I'm sure everyone's happy that you guys were able to turn it around, as you guys always do. On the next point, you tonight. It seems like every single time I interview, it's another milestone. Tonight, 17 points, 14 rebounds, 9 assists. You're now at 500 assists, 504 assists all time. You hit the 500 assist mark in tonight's game. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're the first player in YU history to get to 500 assists, and now you're the leader by far. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. It means that this is why Elliot brought us in. This is why we run the offense that we do. We play unselfish, sometimes a little too unselfish, where we pass the ball a little too much, but it's the players around me just setting those back doors. If you watch all my assists, usually they're just wide open layups. It's not like I'm doing too much. It's the system that we play. The other guys trying to get open, and you can see it. I'll pass it to Eitan for 3, or in Batesh for 3, or Ryan for a layup, or Jordan for a layup. They make my life easy, and it's just fun.
And also, lastly, to close out, thank you so much for your time as always. The same season, 500 assists, 1,000 rebounds. Regarding assists and rebounds, what advice do you have for those kids at home who are working on their rebounds, working on their assists, trying to find the open guy? What advice do you have for drills or to get better in those areas?
Advice that I gave my team in the locker room, everyone at home is just like us on the court. Don't try to be the superhero. Don't try to be the guy who wins the ball game. Just try to be the guy who finds his role, does the small things on the court. And if you do those small things and you're not trying to be everything, you're not trying to win the game on your own, and you stick to the basics, you're going to find yourself on the court. You're going to find yourself getting those minutes, and maybe one day they'll all be playing. Some of them will be playing here, and I'd love to watch them go and see what we built in the future, and continue to watch. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Zaidi Malik.
Zaidi Malik is a very special person. Here with the master of milestones, one of the busiest people on the Max, as we told you about earlier. Gabe, thank you so much for the time. Great game.
Thank you, SJ. Thank you, SJ. Thank you all of us for joining us tonight. For the whole Max Live crew, executive producer and president Akiva Poppers, directors and producers Ezra Jacobs, Derek Fuller, Aharon Traurig, Ari Schopf, Avi Nat, Daniel Shemaev, and Cameraman Schmuel, Gopin, Ben Zukerman, Raphi, Shpitalink, and Moishe Rechester. Joined by Charlie Bendheim, I'm Yehoshua Segal saying have a good night from Washington Heights.